Hello everyone, welcome to MAYANK LAWHOLIC. In this video, we will discuss case laws related MCQs of Directive Principles of State Policy and Fundamental Duties. In which one of the following cases were the provisions of the Constitution 42nd Amendment Act which gave precedence to all or any directive principles of state policy over the fundamental right invalidated by the Supreme Court? Option A. Indira Gandhi versus Rajnarayan. B. Vaman Rai versus Union of India. C. Keshwananda Bharati versus State of Kerala. D. Minerva Mills Limited versus Union of India. Answer is D. Minerva Mills versus Union of India. Question number 2. In which one of the following cases the Supreme Court heavily relied upon the directive principles of state policy contained under Article 48 of the Constitution of India to uphold a state law which was challenged as a violation of fundamental right to the religious freedom? A. State of Gujarat versus Mirzapur Moti Qureshi. B. PA Inamdar versus State of Environmental Forum. C. Prevention of Environmental and Sound Pollution versus Union of India. D. Sube Singh versus State of Haryana. The answer is A. State of Gujarat versus Mirzapur Moti Qureshi. Question number 3. Justice Bhagawati delivered a minority opinion in favor of directive principles in option A. Keshwananda Bharati's case, option B. Golaknath's case, C. Minerva Mills case, and D. Sajjan Singh's case. The answer to this question is option C. Minerva Mills case. Question number 4. The harmony between fundamental rights and directive principles of state policy was laid down by Supreme Court in option A. A.K. Gopalan's case, B. Golaknath case, C. Minerva Mills case, and D. Champakam Durarajan case. The answer is C. Minerva Mills case. Question number 5. In which of the following cases the Supreme Court said the fundamental rights and directive principles aim at the same goal of bringing about a social revolution and establishment of a welfare state, and they can be interpreted and applied together, and they are supplementary and complementary to each other? A. Maneka Gandhi versus Union of India. B. Ray Kerala Educational Bill. C. Minerva Mills versus Union of India. D. Keshwananda Bharati versus State of Kerala. The answer is D. Keshwananda Bharati versus State of Kerala. Question number 6. Match list 1 and list 2 and select the correct answer using the codes given below. List 1. Maharshi Avadesh versus Union of India. The answer is Uniform Civil Code. B. Kacha Jal Sankat Nirvan Samiti versus State of Gujarat. Answer is Common Good. C. M.H. Hoskote versus State of Maharashtra. The answer is Legal Aid. D. State of Uttar Pradesh versus Pradhan Sangh Kshetra Samiti. The answer is Organization of Village Panchayats. Question number 7. In which case did the Supreme Court take the view that the fundamental rights and directive principles are complementary to each other and there was no need to sacrifice one for the other? A. Golaknath's case. B. Minerva Mills case. C. Keshwananda Bharati case, and D. None of the above. The answer is B. Minerva Mills case. Question number 8. In which of the following cases the Supreme Court observed that the state should enact the Uniform Civil Code? A. John Vellamutton versus Union of India. B. Vishaka versus State of Rajasthan. C. Vinayaka versus State of Uttar Pradesh. D. Chandra Singh versus State of Punjab. The answer is A. John Vellamutton versus Union of India. Question number 9. The state government cannot avoid their constitutional obligations to provide free legal services to the poor accused by pleading financial or administrative inability was held in the case A. Khatri versus State of Bihar. B. Husainara Khatun versus State of Bihar. C. Prem Shankar versus Delhi Administration. D. Maneka Gandhi versus Union of India. The answer is A. Khatri versus State of Bihar. Question number 10. The conclusive part of Article 31C, that is, and no law containing a declaration that is for giving effect to such policy shall be called in question in any court on the ground that it does not give effect to such policy, was struck down by Supreme Court in the case of A. Golaknath versus State of Punjab. B. Minerva Mills case. C. Bhim Singh versus Union of India. D. Keshwananda Bharati versus State of Kerala. The answer is D. Keshwananda Bharati versus State of Kerala. Question number 11. In which case the Supreme Court struck down the part of the Constitution 42nd Amendment Act 1976 by which Article 31C was amended? A. Keshwananda Bharti vs. State of Kerala. B. Golaknath vs. State of Punjab. C. Minerva Mills vs. Union of India. D. Sampath Kumar vs. Union of India. The answer to this question is C. Minerva Mills vs. Union of India. Question number 12. The direction for Uniform Civil Code in India given by Supreme Court issued was in the case of A. John Vellamutton vs. Union of India. B. Pragati Varghese vs. Cyril George Varghese. C. Sarla Mudgal vs. Union of India. D. Daniel Latifi vs. Union of India. The answer is C. Sarla Mudgal vs. Union of India. Question number 13. In which of the following case the Supreme Court held that fundamental rights and directive principles have same goal? A. Keshwananda Bharti vs. State of Kerala. B. Unnikrishnan vs. Andhra Pradesh. C. State of Bombay vs. Balsara. D. Bijoy Cotton Mills vs. State of Ajmer. The answer is A. Keshwananda Bharti vs. State of Kerala. Question number 14. The first case on equal pay for equal work decided by Supreme Court of India in A. Randhir Singh vs. Union of India. B. Frank Anthony Public School Employees Association vs. Union of India. C. Dhirender Chamoli vs. State of UP. D. Gopika Ranjan Chaudhary vs. Union of India. The answer is A. Randhir Singh vs. Union of India. Question number 15. In which of the following cases the Supreme Court held that Article 31C was beyond the amending power of the Parliament and was void since it destroyed the basic feature of the Constitution? The court observed that the Constitution is founded on the bedrock of the balance between Part 3 and Part 4. To give the absolute primacy to one over the other is to disturb the harmony of the Constitution, which is essential feature of the basic structure. This was held by Supreme Court in A. Minerva Mills vs. Union of India. B. In Re Kerala Education Bills case. C. Keshwananda Bharti vs. State of Kerala. D. Sarla Mudgal vs. Union of India. The answer is A. Minerva Mills vs. Union of India. Now let us see questions related to fundamental duties. Question number 1. In which case the Supreme Court has held that fundamental duties must be used as a tool to control state action drifting from constitutional values? A. L.K. Kulwal vs. State of Rajasthan. B. M.C. Mehta vs. Union of India. C. Sachidanand Pandey vs. State of West Bengal. D. AIMS Students Union vs. AIMS. The answer is D. AIMS Students Union vs. AIMS. Question number 2. In which of these cases fundamental duties are judicially invoked? Answer using the codes given below. 1. Prem Prakash vs. Punjab University. 2. Suresh Koshi George vs. State University of Kerala. 3. Rural Litigation and Entitlement Kendra vs. State of Uttar Pradesh. And 4th. Shri Sachidanand Pandey vs. State of West Bengal. The answer should be option 3 and 4, that is Rural Litigation and Entitlement Kendra vs. State of Uttar Pradesh and Shri Sachidanand Pandey vs. State of West Bengal. In these two cases, fundamental duties was judicially invoked. So let's wind up the video here and we'll continue with the further topics of Constitution in the upcoming videos. Thank you for watching the complete video and supporting us. Do like, share and subscribe MAYANK LAWHOLIC. Thank you very much.